video to gain some more knowledge. I, I request Ms. Shridhi to play the video.
उठो जागो और अपने लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति से पूर्व मत रुको। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी का यह क्रांति वाक्य आज भी युवा जन को प्रेरित करता है। डी.वाई. पाटिल यूनिवर्सिटी स्कूल ऑफ फार्मेसी आज के इस शुभ अवसर पर सभी शिक्षक, शिक्षिकाओं और विद्यार्थियों का स्वागत करता है। भारत में जन्मे एक मठवाती संत, एक युवा सन्यासी के रूप में भारतीय संस्कृति की सुगंध विदेशों में बिखेरने वाले ऐसे महापुरुष थे स्वामी विवेकानंद। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी का जन्म 12 जनवरी 1863 को कोलकाता में हुआ था। इनके पिता श्री विश्वनाथ दत्त कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट में एक प्रसिद्ध वकील थे। इनकी माता श्रीमती भुवनेश्वरी देवी जी धार्मिक विचारों की महिला थी। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के चरित्र में जो भी महानता है वह उनकी सुशिक्षित और विचारशीला माता की शिक्षा का ही परिणाम है। एक पुस्तकालय से वे रोज किताबें लाते और उसे वापस कर आते। एक दिन एक कर्मचारी ने पूछ लिया कि तुम किताबें पढ़ने के लिए ले जाते हो या सिर्फ देखने के लिए? विवेकानंद जी बोले, पढ़ने के लिए। आप कुछ भी पूछ लीजिए। कर्मचारी ने एक पृष्ठ खोला और उसका नंबर बताकर पूछा, उस पर क्या लिखा है? विवेकानंद जी ने बिना कुछ देखे उस पृष्ठ का हूबहू विवरण बता दिया। नरेंद्र जी की बुद्धि बचपन से ही बड़ी तीव्र थी और परमात्मा को पाने की लालसा भी प्रबल थी। इस हेतु वे पहले ब्रह्म समाज में गए, किंतु वहां उनके चित्त को संतोष नहीं हुआ। वे वेदांत और योग को पश्चिम संस्कृति में प्रचलित करने के लिए अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान देना चाहते थे। रामकृष्ण परमहंस की तारीफ सुनकर नरेंद्र जी उनसे तर्क करने के उद्देश्य से उनके पास गए, किंतु उनके विचारों से प्रभावित होकर उन्हें गुरु मान लिया। परमहंस जी की कृपा से उन्हें आत्म साक्षात्कार का ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ। नरेंद्र परमहंस के प्रिय शिष्यों में से सर्वपरे थे। 25 वर्ष की उम्र में नरेंद्र जी ने गेरुआ वस्त्र धारण कर संन्यास लिया और विश्व भ्रमण पर निकल पड़े। नरेंद्र जी को स्वामी विवेकानंद नाम कैसे मिला, आइए जानते हैं। दरअसल हुआ यूं कि स्वामी जी को अमेरिका जाना था, लेकिन अमेरिका जाने के लिए उनके पास पैसे नहीं थे। उनकी इस पूरी यात्रा का खर्च राजपुताना के खेतड़ी नरेश ने उठाया था। उन्होंने ही स्वामी जी को विवेकानंद नाम दिया। 1893 में वे शिकागो विश्व धर्म परिषद में भारत के प्रतिनिधि बनकर गए, किंतु उस समय यूरोप में भारतीयों को हीन दृष्टि से देखते थे। लेकिन उगते सूरज को कौन रोक पाया है? वहाँ लोगों के विरोध के बावजूद एक प्रोफेसर के प्रयास से स्वामी जी को बोलने का अवसर मिला। स्वामी जी ने बहनों और भाइयों कहकर श्रोताओं को संबोधित किया। स्वामी जी के मुख से यह शब्द सुनकर करतल ध्वनि से उनका स्वागत हुआ। श्रोता उनको मंत्रमुग्ध सुनते रहे और निर्धारित समय कब बीत गया पता ही नहीं चला। अध्यक्ष गिवनन्स के अनुरोध पर स्वामी जी आगे बोलना शुरू किए और 20 मिनट से अधिक बोले। उन्होंने कहा कि जब हम किसी व्यक्ति या वस्तु को उसकी आत्मा से पृथक रखकर प्रेम करते हैं तो फलतः हमें कष्ट भोगना पड़ता है। अतः हमारी कोशिश होनी चाहिए कि हम व्यक्ति को आत्मा से जोड़कर देखें या उसे आत्मा स्वरूप मानकर चलें, तो फिर हम हर स्थिति में शोक, कष्ट, रोग, द्वेष से निर्विकार रहेंगे। वर्ष 1887 में वे भारत लौटकर आए। घर लौटकर उन्होंने देशवासियों का आह्वान किया। नया भारत निकल पड़े। मोची की दुकान से, भड़भुजे की भाट से, कारखाने से, हाट से, बाजार से निकल पड़े। झाड़ियों से, जंगलों से, पहाड़ों से इस प्रकार उन्होंने आजादी की लड़ाई के लिए लोगों का आह्वान किया। अपने विचार क्रांति से लोगों और समाज को जगाने का काम किया। रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर ने उनके बारे में कहा है कि यदि आप भारत को जानना चाहते हैं तो स्वामी विवेकानंद जी को पढ़िए। उनमें आप सब कुछ सकारात्मक पाएंगे, नकारात्मक कुछ भी नहीं। 4 जुलाई 1902 को 39 वर्ष की अल्पायु में स्वामी विवेकानंद ब्रह्मलीन हो गए।
वो शिक्षक, वो गुरु, वो नेता, वो अध्यापक गुजर गया। वो लड़का, वो शिष्य, वो सेवक पीछे छूट गया।
To know more about his sayings and the thought behind them, we have some speeches by the students. To start with, we have Sarah delivering on the topic, in the conflict between heart and brain, follow your heart.
Good morning, respected principal and all my dear colleagues present here. Today I'm going to give a speech on the topic, in a conflict between heart and brain, follow your heart. For millennium, we have made a distinction between brain and heart. We have always treated them as two extremes, especially when it comes to decision making. The recent studies have revealed that there are neurons in the heart. We often say you should follow your gut, but it doesn't actually refer to your stomach. It's more connected to your heart. If you're going with your gut, you're actually following your heart. It's not important to always get it right. Following your heart or trusting your instincts may not guarantee being right, but so doesn't the brain. We all have an inner voice which keeps telling us what's the best for us. You might not get the fruits at that moment. It might be a week later or even a year later. But the most important thing is to listen to yourself, to your heart. So the next time you're confused between your brain and heart, listen to your heart. Breathe every thought and feeling into your heart and let it resolve the conflict with the mind and gut. Your heart knows what's the best for you, and only by balancing emotions one can attain contentment. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Next, speaking on the topic, the greatest sin is to think yourself weak.
Good morning, everyone. The greatest sin is to think yourself weak. I'm sure for once in life you might have felt that. You cannot do a particular thing or you aren't capable of doing something. But why would you think that way? This quote by Swami Vivekananda convinces us to believe in ourselves. Self-worth is the opinion you have about yourself and the value you place on yourself. Believe in yourself help you trust your decisions. It helps you trust yourself more. The primary reason of thinking yourself weak is comparing yourself to others. We compare ourselves to others at each stage of life. And once you start this comparison, there is no going back until you realize your self worth. That's when you start having a low self esteem. It's important for you to understand that you aren't lesser than anyone else. Swami Vivekananda once said, on the passionate chasing on idea, make that idea your life. Dream of it. The brain, the body, the the nerve, every full of that idea. And just leave any others the way you produce. You have to believe in yourself. You're strong. You can achieve whatever you wish to. Thank you.
Thank you, Namita. Our last question is one simple. Arise awake. Stop not until you reach your goal.
Good morning, everyone. Arise. I would like to start my speech by saying, arise, awake, don't stop until you reach your goal. Let me tell you that success is hidden in failures. One who dare to fail greatly, arise and go ahead greatly. Our mistakes and failures teach us a lesson that how one can achieve greatness and success in life. As someone has said, that failure is temporary delay, not a defeat. Success takes time to appear, so never lose heart at temporary delay or failures. They make us aware of shortcomings and encourage them to conquer their goals. If people fail, they should not lose heart. They should observe the mistakes that lead them to failure and overcome those in order to succeed. If you don't try, you will never be able to reach your goal. To attain what you wish to, you must not stop making efforts. There might be some days where you have a breakdown, or you may not be able to try enough. You may take a pause from the struggles and battles, but you should never stop. Start over and over again. Give your best to achieve your aim. Focus is key to success. When we align ourselves with our values and live in accordance with our truth, we have great ability to achieve success. Each time you fail, you haven't reached your goal, but definitely come a step forward than you initially were. I would like to conclude by saying, pause but never stop.
Thank you, Varun. That was really great, all three of you. Thank you for your inspiring speeches. Now, I'd like our General Secretary, Mr. Khush Jain, to summarize.
Hello everyone. Swami Vivekananda was the original youth icon. He is someone who continues to inspire generation. Although there are many lessons to be learned from him, we rarely know how we can implement in our lives. The lessons which we learned today, they were very simple and they can be inculcated at any stage of our life. For this world which needs sensitivity, compassionate and kindness from everyone, we also should not discriminate people based on their religion, caste. This is all what Swami Vivekananda believed. He always recognized this world as one big family, which he also expects from us too. So let us try to be a little more human, merciful, and warm-hearted towards each other. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I request Dr. Rakesh Samani to address us. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me appreciate the entire student council, particularly Akanksha for coordinating this program, Khush for spearheading it, and three persons who gave their thoughts, Sara, Namit, and Varun. I'm really touched by the thoughts expressed by all of you on this occasion. So I think about Swami Vivekananda, the video has given very, very brief information. Swami Vivekananda is ocean. Swami Vivekananda, if you want to understand Swami Vivekananda, I think you have to spend good amount of time in reading his literature. Some elixir, some summary, which I have been ardent follower of him since my college days when I was a student, just like you in first year or second year of bachelor's. You know, I came in contact with lot of literature of Swami Vivekananda, and that inspired me. Whatever persona I could develop in my college days, that was only because of Swami Vivekananda. And I must share my thoughts with you, dear students. I'm really happy that if you people are listening with a very open mind, then only what I'm going to talk today or share with you today would be useful to you. And I take my words, these are the things which are going to be useful to you in your life, because I follow it. It is not that I'm preaching to you and not following it. So I follow it, and that's why I'm sharing my thoughts. So if you want to generally, why do we celebrate this kind of occasions? Why Swami Vivekananda particularly? It is, yes, we know it is a National Youth Day. You all are in the age group of 18 to say, generally when you could define a youth in our demographic setup, age group from 15 to close to 35. This is the broad age group where the youth is defined to be. And this youth has a power in terms of intellectual power, physical power, and what is not there in the youth, the present generation youth, is a bit of spiritual power and the emotional power. These two powers, this youth has to develop in the due course of time. So you have intellectual power, you have the physical power also. But if you combine the spiritual power as well as the emotional power in you, probably your this youth will be really inspiring. So we generally define Swami Vivekananda on three aspects. Listen carefully what I am going to discuss. Three aspects of Swami Vivekananda. One is we call him as a visionary leader. Second is a spiritual leader. And third and important is a social leader. So why do I say Swami Vivekananda is a visionary leader? So it is just not a wandering monk you should refer Swami Vivekananda as. Certainly he was a monk, but he was not a monk with an ordinary vision who is just preaching the religion, preaching the Vedas. It wasn't like that. He was a monk who wanted to bring change into the nation, a thought process of the nation. Now we know who brought the, if I ask you a question, who brought the freedom to India, or who are the champions of the freedom struggle? So you probably will say Mahatma Gandhi, you will say, somebody will say Savarkar, somebody will say Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, somebody will say Bhagat Singh. All these names come to your lips, right? And that is what we know. I also say the same thing. These were the champions of our freedom struggle. But my dear students, understand one thing. The driving force, the energy behind all these names, whatever I have taken, including Lokmanya Tilak, was none other than Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was the inspirer who inspired all these people who were youth at that point of time, who were young leaders or young persons like you at that point of time. And Swami Vivekananda brought that nationalism, that idea of nationalism into their mind. Because I am talking about the era in 1880 to 1900, this 20 to 30 years. It was after the 1857 freedom struggle. India was completely into a shattered state, Maquiavelo had started his own experimentation, and that's why the four universities, University of Mumbai, University of Madras, University of Kolkata, and these universities were formulated. And these universities were formulated to make good clerks who will serve the Britishers, not the good educators or good thinkers or good thought processors. And that was this era where Indian ethos were dying completely. And that at that time, sorry, there was a call. So when he spoke into this Chicago's address and said that my sisters and brothers of America, I mean, these five words were not just the words, but the entire Indian ethos were with him at that point of time. So when I say he was a visionary leader, on his voyage from India to America, he met Tata, Jamshedji Tata. And during the discussion with Jamshedji Tata, it was, very brilliantly discussed by Swami Vivekananda that yes, there is a need of a scientific institution in our country, and that's why Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, one of the most pioneering institution in the country, research institution in the country, was established by Tata only and only because of the vision given by Swami Vivekananda. Also, Tata Steel he formulated. He was a industrialist. Jamshedji Tata was an industrialist, but with the discussion of Vivekananda, he got that inspiration that he should do something for the youth of this nation, and that's why Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, as well as Tata Steel was established in that period in 1910 or 1920. So that is how I refer Swami as a visionary leader. I call him as a social leader because he brought that social change. He inspired so many youth at that point of time. He was completely against the untouchability, which was one of the prominent practice in our country at that point of time. He was absolutely against the system of the caste, and he promulgated the system of what is called as Vishwa Bandhuta or Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is what we refer, and that is how we call him as a champion for the social reformer. So that Indianness, the nationalism, was brought in by Swami Vivekananda into all the likes of Lokmanya Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi, Swatantra Veer Savarkar, then Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and so many young people, who actually then came into the Indian freedom struggle and work for the country. And lastly, I call him as a spiritual leader. People restrict his thought process to Hinduism. He was certainly a champion of Hinduism, no doubt about it. But it wasn't that Hinduism was restricted to one particular religion or so, but that Hinduism was a very broad kind of thought there. So he was talking about, when I say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, he was talking about humanity. He was talking about bringing all humans, and that's why he was champion of Vedas. When he after his first speech at Chicago, he was called for different speeches in the entire America. You read his entry into that Chicago's that religion, Dharma Sabha, what we call it as. That entry was very difficult for him. He was not allowed to speak at that point of time. But once people heard him during that talk, later on continuously for 23 days, he was called in the US for different talks, and people tried to understand what is Vedanta, what is the philosophy of East. And that is how Swami Vivekananda is referred as the bridge between the East and the West. We are from the East, we are referred as the East part of the world. And whereas the Western civilization was completely a materialistic civilization. And that's why these thoughts of spiritualism into the Western civilization was brought by Swami Vivekananda. So he was visionary leader, he was social leader, and he was a spiritual leader. And after he came back to India, he did a wonderful job, inspired so many youths. And that's why he was certainly a youth icon. We have to decide that who should be your icon. You are into a generation, you are into an era where there are lots of things available at the tip of your fingers. But you need to take a call that what is going to make my persona, what is going to make my thought process, and who is going to be my idol. That is to be decided very, very precisely. And that's why you need to read this literature, understand these great people, understand their philosophies, and try to bring them into life. You are a generation, we call it the next Z generation, where you have all digital platform available. But into this, you need to have that filtration. And when you are filtering the information, you have to apply certain filters. And these filters will be provided by the upbringing, by the thought process going into. And that's why we have in our institution, making available books on all these thought leaders. If you go to our library, the books on different thought leaders are available. Please refer these books. Please read about these people. This birthday celebration is not mere a celebration, but it gives an opportunity to all of us to understand the work of these great people and to inculcate those ethos, those values into our life, so that ultimately our vision is that we want to become good professional, good human being. And if at all we want to be good human being and good professional, we must understand these great people. I really appreciate that you are celebrating this Youth Day, National Youth Day. Youth is defined as he should be a Tejasvi Tatpar, always ready to take the challenges, always ready to take the task and never bending, not compromising. Let me give you an example before I close. There is always a shortcut demand of having online examination. You always prefer that you will be passing with the online examination with 80%, 90%, 100% marks. My dear students, 80, 90, 100% marks have no value provided you don't have any knowledge. So you have to become a knowledge seeker rather than mark seeker. And so when you are demanding something, let us analyze. Let us see whether I have got that enough knowledge in my curriculum or through my curriculum or not. So a wandering monk of 39 years age, he died in the very young age of 39 years. Probably if Swami Vivekananda would have been there for more 40, 50 years, the India would have certainly got freedom in early 1920s or 1930s. We would not have waited till 1947 or so. That is how its impression was. Gandhiji once said that when I read Swami Vivekananda, when I understood Swami Vivekananda, my love for my country increased 100-fold. That is how he inspired the millions, and he's still inspiring each one of us. His thoughts are not restricted to youth only, but his thoughts are so relevant today also, that every one of us is getting inspired. And I read more about Swami Vivekananda, more I get a lot of questions about his personality and about his thoughts. And that's why I request all of you, please understand, please read such kind of thought leaders, so that your thought process or your thinking pattern will also get expanded. Once again, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to talk on such an auspicious occasion of Swami Vivekananda, which is near and dear to my heart, in fact. And I appreciate and expect from Student Council that such kind of programs should be regularly organized. All such kind of leaders must be celebrated on this platform, apart from our professional endeavors. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Chirag to give the vote of thanks.
I would like to thank Dr. Rakesh Somani, sir, who gave us the opportunity to organize such a wonderful event. Thank you, Mr. Praveen Naik, sir, who always support us in every step. Thank you, Mr. Khush Jain, who advised and inspired us. Thank you, Yash Kamble and Ms. Komal Gupta for amazing informative video. Thank you to all the participants for their speeches. Thank you all for attending the session.
Thank you, Chirag. I request all participants to stay in the meeting as the webinar will be.
We are continuing for IPR session right now, right?
Yes, sir. And speaker is sir has already joined and is there in the meeting, sir.
Let's continue.
Yes, sir. Akansha, you can continue with this session.
Intellectual property rights. I'm glad to welcome Mr. Nilesh Patil, sir, who has the experience of over 5 years of being an examiner of patents and design, DPIIT, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. I'd like to give the stage over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity. We are here under the National Intellectual Property Mission, under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. As we all know that we are celebrating the 75th year of independence. Under this mission from Ministry of Commerce and Industry, we have targeted 1 million students or 1 million candidates in all over the India. So today, this is the opportunity from my office, Patent Office Mumbai, and from your college to present myself and to deliver something about intellectual property rights to your student. So starting with this, I would like to thanks to your management and selecting this very interesting day, that is 12th January. I also listened the last lecture about last few words of Mr. Rakesh Somani about Vivekananda. He has told about Vivekananda that he is a social, spiritual and visionary leader. Yes, of course he was. And we have to go through his literature and read about his Karma Yoga, etc. Philosophies has given to the Indians, not to the Americans. So I hope your students will read as per his suggestion the literature of the Vivekananda. So shifting to the intellectual property, I would like to share my screen. Just a minute, I would share. Is my screen visible to you?
No, sir, it is not visible, sir.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Now can you see?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is basic lecture for intellectual property rights. For advanced lecture, you can contact further. Once you are well versed with these basic rights of intellectual property and arena of intellectual property, then we can conduct the advanced seminar also. So intellectual property, likewise other properties. I hope you know about the properties, movable, immovable properties. So the third type is intellectual property. In movable properties, you know that your car, liquid assets, these are movable property. And immovable property like your house, farm, plot of the land, etc. is immovable property. Likewise, third one is intellectual property. The property derived or evolved on account of your intellect, on account of your brain thinking process. As you all aware that as we are human, and human has been gifted with the great power of thinking, and on account of this thinking power we can develop some intellect, and this intellectual property, on account of that intellect we can develop some product, and that products are protected under intellectual property rights. The rights are defined by the laws and are the territorial in nature. Territorial means only restricted to the India. Every country has its own right. So what are the different types of intellectual property? Patent, design, trademark, geographical indications, copyright, semiconductors, integrated circuits, layout designs. There are further intellectual properties also, like trade secrets, utility patents, but those are not identified or recognized in India. So for one example, you can see here in this slide, you can see how intellectual property is evolved, and that has been incorporated in this slide. So you can see that there is a logo of Apple, there is a LED screen, the thin body of laptop, there might be a user manual given with every electrical appliances.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but screen is means it is fixed on the first slide.
Okay. Now?
No, sir. Can you just de-share and reshare it again?
Okay, reshare.
Yes, sir. Now it is. It was visible actually, but yes, you can share.
Okay, I will do it again.
Yeah.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir. Different IPs in a single.
Different IPs in a single product. Now,
yes.
Is it changed now? Changing?
It is on the same slide, sir. Slide number 3.
Okay, now I am on slide number 5.
No, sir. It is not shifting, sir.
Press F5.
I am on slide number 5. Can you see now slide number 5?
No, sir.
So what should I do?
Once you share the screen, sir, press F5.
Okay, press F5. Okay, wait. I have shared the screen. Now I will press F5. Can you see?
No, not yet.
What are you seeing now?
Patents.
Patent.
Slide number 5.
Yes, sir. Sir, press
now
F5.
Now I am slide number 3.
No, sir. It is not shifting. Press F5, sir.
Nilesh, do a full screen.
I have done it, sir.
Okay.
I have pressed F5 also. And still it is not working.
Yes, now it is shifting, sir. Now it is on 4.
Or you can get his presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, if it is possible to share, you can please share it with any one of us. We will share it, sir. Nilesh, sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, I have shared it to Mr. Jain.
Yes, okay.
Okay, now you can handle it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Shall I stop sharing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have stopped the sharing.
Khush, have you received?
Yes, sir, I forwarded to you.
What's the problem?
Sir, I forwarded.
I'll be sharing it, sir. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Is it shifting to slide number 2, 3 now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now you can continue, sir.
Okay, so you can identify the various IPs in this picture. So there is LCD LED screen for patent, thin body for the design, Apple sign for trademark, and user mark for copyright, etc. Semiconductor for this under Semiconductor and Integrated Circuit Layout Act 2000. Next slide. So these are the few types of intellectual properties that we come across in everyday life. Hardly we come across them, but we don't recognize them. So now onwards, you will start to recognize them. So what exactly intellectual property and how it is developed? So someone utilizes his brain. Utilize the resources, and do some hard work. And after combination of these things, we come to some product. That product is called as intellectual property. In your case, you do research, practical analysis, then utilizes various chemicals as a resources, various animals as a models, and you think about the various reactions or any adverse reaction, and then you come to conclusion that that particular drug molecule is utilized for something. It has some property that is anti-cancerous or some any property, any sort of property. So when you come to conclusion that this molecule that we have developed that has some property, some pharmacological property, it means that you have developed some intellectual property. And now once you have developed that property, you can claim or you can write for that property. The way of writing that property, way to claim the right for that property, that is intellectual property rights. There are various offices of government in India which are giving the various rights regarding the intellectual property. For example, when you talk about the patent, you have to come to the patent office. When you talk about trademark, you have to go to the trademark office. You have to design office. Likewise, copyright office, integrated circuit has different office likewise. So next one. So first and most important property, and that is relevant to you, that is the patent. So I would not talk much about the trademark or copyright, which is quite irrelevant for the student of pharmacy. So most of the inventions that we know, that from our childhood or school days, we know that these are the inventions. You can read on the slide also. These are the inventions and the scientists we know from our childhood. Nowadays also inventions are happening, but few are breakthrough, few are not breakthrough. Those are breakthrough that would be recognized as a world level, but those are not, that were recognized by the scientific community only. These are some breakthrough inventions that are mentioning on the your screen. So next one, some famous inventions from India that you can see. Actually, the nano car was the great challenge for manufacturers of auto sectors. But how to manufacture or a car within the $2,500? They have done it. We have example hepatitis C vaccine. We have example, and the Jaipur food, which is available just below the price of $28, and that is great achievement for prosthetics. So you can think before that what was happening. These are the few examples of the patent technologies. Some of these are also obsolete because technology is changing very fast. So you can see this machine of the machine having Visa card, and this technology just valid for a few months only, and afterwards it was obsolete. Now you cannot see anywhere such types of machine. Technology are revamping very fast, so it's evolving also, and it's vanishes very fast also. Such technology could not sustain, but few technologies can sustain for over the years. Like you can you please answer me, if you develop a typewriter nowadays, what could be the price for the typewriter? Means आपने एक advanced typewriter बनाया, what could be the price for the typewriter? Does anyone interested in buying or purchasing the typewriter nowadays? So technology is absolute. No one is interested in buying a typewriter. Likewise, technology is changing, evolving, advancing. So we have to think further for the advancement. In your case of pharmaceuticals, no one is talking about sulfa drug nowadays. Hardly any doctor prescribes sulfa drugs to anyone. All are shifting for C4, cephalosporin, 4th generation, and next onwards. Potassium clavulanic once upon a time was a very high drug, but nowadays potassium clavulanic is given as a common drug to anyone. Augmentin you are eating, anyone is giving augmentin for normal cough and cold. So once upon a time, potassium clavulanic, amoxicillin, ampicillin was given to the for specific person only. But nowadays, because there are advanced version, those are available in market. So these happenings, so we need to aware about those happenings also, and awareness of the advancement of technology. Next. So I hope I skipped the design part, that is not relevant to you, but only for introduction I am telling that what is design. Design is about the aesthetic shape, aesthetic aspect, how something looks when you touch something, how we feel it, that is important, that is design. Aesthetic aspect, कौन कैसे दिखता है, that look is important in a designs. Next, you can see the various shapes of bottle, various toys. Next, toys. So these are under the design set, and we have to file the design application for particular design. For example, in your case also, the shape of the tablets, you have the same various shapes of the tablet. Initially, the shape of the tablet were also made design under the design application, but nowadays various shapes are common and few shapes are not patient compliant. That's why the tablets are most of the unique 2-3 shapes only. But there were sometimes star-shaped tablets also, but star-shaped tablet were difficult to manufacture also, and for tablet manufacturing machine, and more difficult to ingest also. So there was no patient compliance. So design applications are nowadays restricted for pharmaceuticals. Next. Trademark is very important for pharmaceuticals. Once you are in a product development team, you will recognize the importance of trademark. When you talk about that brand has been sold by particular company to particular company. For example, this Sun has one brand. Dr. Reddy has the brand of Bicozing. When Dr. Reddy wants to sell the brand of Bicozing, then you could imagine the value of the brand has to be calculated. Then how the value of brand has been generated over the years, that everything comes under the trademark. For example, you talk about the Pfizer. Everyone know about the brand Bicozul. Each and everyone has eaten a lot of Bicozul last year, because the brand Bicozul is so recognized in the world that comes a lot of revenue, most of the percentage of revenue of the Pfizer just from Bicozul. Then what is the term Bicozul? Why Bicozul is so popular, and what exactly Bicozul is? The name Bicozul is a trademark. trademark for particular B complex syrup. So point is that the identity of this syrup manufactured by the company Pfizer is identified by name trademark Bicoso. So likewise, there are multiple brands in pharmaceutical. So you have often seen that most of the generic medicines are copying. The proper word is spuriously copying or imitating the brand name of these standard drugs. For example, if you talk about betadine, there is medicine like cipladine, there is medicine like alkadine, there is medicine like lupidine. The standard word gargle for is betadine. We take betadine, but the other alternative brands are developed like the cipladine, lupidine, or alkadine are the brands just like, or the trademark just like to imitate the word betadine gargle. I hope you understand. You will come to know the importance of these things when you actually practice the pharmacy in the pharma shop or on the as a product team manager. You will come to know that how much potential one has to grab or one has to snatch out from other companies. This is tug of war between companies, and they are fighting for penny and penny. Each penny, single penny, each product, there are multiple brands, and all these brand names comes from the word trademark. Whenever you want to register your brand, you have developed some protein powder and you want to name as a Proteinix, you cannot have name Proteinix. You cannot have the name Pediasure because these are the already registered name. So you have to take example. You have to think about it. Which brand name I have to develop? Likewise, you cannot take Apple protein powder. That Apple is already brand. So you cannot take a popular brand. You cannot copy a popular brand also. So everything comes under the Act of Trademark Act 1999. So this is the concept from trademark. There are few famous trademark here. You can see on the slide like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Adidas, etc. These are not from your field, but you can imagine similar brand from your field also. There are multiple brands. When you go visit to pharma shop, you come to know that there are multiple brands. So not deceptive in a similar manner. So the distinct, my point is that we know the things very well. We know the things in a sugar-coated manner very well. But to be a good businessman, good officer, or good person in life, you should know the thing behind the good sugar coating. I hope you understand. Sugar coating is good thing, but you know the thing behind sugar coating. मतलब पर्दे के पीछे क्या होता है अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए. जब तुम्हें पर्दे के पीछे क्या होता है अच्छे से पता होगा, तब आप अच्छे ऑफिसर, अच्छे डॉक्टर, अच्छे फार्मासिस्ट, अच्छे बिजनेसमैन बन सकते हो. So not deceptively similar manner, honestly adopted, coin not similar to already existing mark before adopting new mark, advisable, conducted, search is conducted. ये सब लोग प्रैक्टिस करते हैं और ये सब करने के बाद जेनेरिक वाले लोग जो होते हैं कॉपी करते हैं. Jagtap sir, I am on the line or I am deviating from something? Please correct me.
No, you are correct.
So, sir, could you please tell me these students are of third year, second year, or final year?
They are of all the year.
All the year. So final year student can better understand what I am talking.
Final year is not there. We have a latest third year.
Okay. So no issues. Whenever you go to the market or you go to the pharma shop, please students try to understand what I am talking to you. And please try to understand what is generics and what is branded. When you understand the business of generics and business of branded, you will definitely come across the term trademark. The only difference or only point that fetch you more money is the trademark. Next. This is the trademark register. Please, this is the trademark. This R in the circle only when is registered. This is by convention, not by the law. When someone is talking about we have the R and ground mark, that is not like this, registered or not. We have to check the website whether it is registered or not. Next. How to protect your trademark? You just go through the slides. This is not too much relevant for you. Next. Copyright. Copyright is one more essential part for your field. Not only for your field, but for your knowledge also. Copyright. What is copyright? Simple thing. Whatever the material, literature material, artistic material, sculpture, poem, data, stories you have written, you have thought, you have write down on a paper, you have created dance step, choreography steps you have actually choreographed. These are all the parts of the song you have sung. These all are the parts of the copyright. So you can understand what is the importance and where the copyright is actually important. Copyright is actually important for the field of writers, the story writers, the Bollywood, cinematographics, etc., where it has immense importance. Now, every year you can see कि किसी ने मेरा गाना चुरा लिया, उसने मेरा गाना चुरा के मूवी में डाल दिया. These are the cases come, you read it in the newspaper, and these all cases were handled through the Copyright Act. One of the best example from the Delhi University, I can quote here. Most of the student in our college life also, your is also, you are copying the books. Most of the foreign authors reference book, we go to the copy center and photocopy them. Whether photocopying the material is allowable or not, whether we are violating the rights of the original author or not. Just imagine you are an author, you have written a very good book, and no one want to purchase it. Everyone want to copy it. Then how can you get the revenue? Do you getting my point? These are the conflict of interest. But what is the interest of student? Student should get the books at a minimum price. And what author want? I should get royalty for my book. So where is the balance? The balance is very fine and very finely fabricated. So various act like Competition Act 2002 and the Patent Act 1970 is finely balanced. So for more details, we will arrange an advanced session. In advanced session, we will talk about the various competitions, how various competitions in pharmaceuticals or in other field also are related to each other, and how this act, Copyright Act, Contract Act, Competition Act are balancing each other, and competition is smoothly running in India and across the world also. So for a nutshell, the copyright art is related to the literary work, artistic work, dramatic work, musical work, sound recording works, and cinematographic film. So this is enough. Next is about semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. This is the simple. Simple means what? Whatever integrated circuit are present in our mobile, our in laptop, our in electronics material, those are specifically recognized, that are specifically protected by Government of India. So in this case, we can specifically protect all those things in our act. Next. So next. Sir, play the video. Just click it. Just click it, sir. Click.
Sir, I'm clicking, but it is not working. I think it might be stored in your system, and it is not stored here in my system, so that is why it might not play, sir. Sir, it's I'm not able to play. Am I audible, sir?
One second, sir.
Okay.
You will get it. Okay, sir. Let it video. Video will be run afterward. We will continue with the session. That is just informative video. We will do it afterward. So next one is geographical indication. So what is geographical indication? The word itself is telling that any product which is evolved, which is synthesized, which is manufactured, which is developed on accordance of the specific geographical nature of particular product. For example, when we talk about the oranges, we come to know that, or we immediately come across that oranges are from anyone?
Nagpur.
Very good. When we talk about the haldi, we come across haldi from
इंडिया.
सालेम की हल्दी को दो जगह से हल्दी आती है, सालेम फ्रॉम आंध्र प्रदेश एंड सांगली फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र. When we talk about the बैंगन, brinjals, the government of India has given the geographical indications for the brinjals to Jalgaon. So unfortunately, the Nashik grapes has not been given as a geographical indication from government of India, but the Nashik wine has been given as a geographical indication from government of India. So likewise, when geography has been evolved, or some efforts of the geographical people has been evolved, that has been recognized under the Act of Geographical Indication. There is one term also, that is appellation of origin. Anyone has heard this term, appellation of origin, which is synonymous or similar to geographical indication? But there is fine or subtle difference between the two terms. Please write down the term and find out afterwards, and in next lecture we will think or we will talk about it. So as we know that there are various geographical indications has been recognized by government of India, that Nilgiri tree, and various sarees and various food products. As we know that the we cannot copy those geographical indication for the spurious trades. The purpose of geographical indications is to give recognition to the original product and give values, provide some monetary benefits to the original creator. Likewise, you can see in this painting, in this slide, the painting, Warli paintings and Cherial paintings, etc. Next, these are some famous examples that we all know. The Shahi Lychee from which district of Bihar? कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आती है शाही लीची? Anyone? ओके, आफ्टरवर्ड आप देख लीजिए. तो ये सारी चीजों को गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने नेक्स्ट ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन दिया है. नेक्स्ट सो नाउ कम टू द पेटेंट्स. सो अब तक हमने बात की कि कितने टाइप्स के इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी होती है. हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी आर देयर? Patent, copyright, trademark, and most important is semiconductors, and trade secret is not recognized in India. So now we will shift specifically to our patent. So in case of patent, the patents are valid for 20 years, and design is valid for 10 years. Trademark, you can see that trademark is valid for n number of years, but only for subject to renewal. Everything is subject to renewal. पेटेंट भी आपको रिन्यू करने पड़ता है, हर साल रिन्यूअल फीस भरनी पड़ती है, मगर उसका टर्म एक बार 20 साल के बाद खत्म हो जाता है. So next one is geographical indication, copyright. Who can apply? Any person or legal person can apply, but for geographical indicator, the society of manufacturer, the farmer association, the society of particular product, the association of particular product can apply for trademark. Next, can apply for geographical indication. In case of patent or literature, most of the point is that the most important thing is you should not hurry to publish anything. First protect and then publish. So in case of you have done a fine research, you got some fantastic results, don't try to publish them. First, try to protect them. Do not hurry for publishing your papers. First, file patent and then go to the publishing the paper. If at all you publish paper first, then within 12 months you have to file the patent in India. Please remember, if you have publish the paper, then within 12 months, submit it to the government. If you want patent, then submit it to the patent office within 12 months. Patent is a territorial right. It means it's a geographical right. Only whatever right given by government of India, that is only for the India, not for any other country like Brazil, Africa, etc., South Africa, etc. So no automatic relief. If someone has infringed your right, आपने patent लिया, and someone is infringing your right, then you have to follow the case. You have to follow the suit. Once, unless and until you file the suit, there will be no remedy from the court. If someone is violating your intellectual property rights, then you have to file the suit in the court, and that is at least a district court, session court. Everything is subject to the renewal, and आपको fees pay करना पड़ती है every year. Most important, you personally can file a application for any intellectual property. Personally, you can file application for any intellectual property. No agent or no mediator is compulsory. So please remember, no agent or no mediator is compulsory. Any individual can come to the office directly and can file the patent or any intellectual property. Next. Opportunity. What are the opportunity once you are master in the IPR? You can get examiner job, examiner of, likewise me, you can get examiner of patent and design job, examiner of trademark and GI job, examiner of copyright job. Others like opportunity patent agent, trademark agent, you can be a patent facilitator center in the various universities. You can be a patent litigation and other opportunity various private sector. You can be in private company where their intellectual property has been mentioned. Most of the private companies, most of the multinational or even Indian companies has their patent cell, separate patent cell, and they need people having the expertise in the patent. So this is our national institute where you can have further training, and you can get further training in this institute. There are various courses offered by institute to be expertise in the matter in the field of patent or IPR, including trademark, geographical indication, etc., etc. Next. So this is the small quiz for you, and now all the student is requested that they have to answer. Please find out the famous trademarks in this. Can you please find out 2 or 3 trademarks?
Tata.
Very good.
Pepsi.
Babu. Dettol.
Okay. One more.
Pepsi.
Very good.
Reliance.
Perfect.
Cadbury.
Bubble.
Link.
Good. Good.
Dettol.
Good.
समझी तेरे पास फिल्टर नहीं है ना तो अभी नहीं है स्नैपचैट पे
नहीं मेरे पे फिल्टर.
Okay, thank you very much. You come to know that what are the trademarks. Now these all are the trademarks that we come across every day in each and everything. So next slide. Now we can see how many trademarks are here. Dettol, Lux, Bata. Okay, so these are the daily life, and you come to know that various trademarks developed from the various companies, then various syrup. In just case of syrup, you take just cup syrup. You can tell me name of 3 cup syrup. Please tell me brand of cup syrup.
Dabur.
Dabur is not. Honitus is the cup syrup of Dabur. Honitus.
Ayushas.
Benadryl.
Benadryl. Very good. Copdryl, Benadryl. Very good.
Tuscudy.
Tuscudy, Ascoril,
Respira.
ZX, Brozodex,
Codistar.
Codistar, yes, Codex, Cofton,
Alex.
Alcoff, Alex, LXP. Very good. These are the trademark related to your field. And for getting each and every trademark, every company has filed their application to our office. And after filing and processing, they have got their trademark. And after getting the trademark, they are selling their product in the market. And if anyone trying to copy their trademark, then they can sue other party. For example, you have Benadryl, and there are two cup syrup, that is Benadryl and Copdryl also. You tell the name Benadryl. Benadryl is the standard one, and Copdryl and Benadryl are the generic one. Now, could you understand the competition? When someone is asking to the pharmacist that please give me cough syrup, which one he will give? Please, anyone? Coptril or Benadryl
Benadryl.
और Coptril और Benadryl, तीन आपके पास है. आपने सिर्फ पूछा कि हमें कब सिरप चाहिए, तो आप फार्मासिस्ट आपको कौन सा सिरप देगा?
Copdrill, Benadryl.
Copdrill.
फार्मासिस्ट आपको जो सिरप देगा उसमें उसे ज्यादा मुनाफा होगा. दुकानदार आपको जो चीज बेचेगा उसमें उसे ज्यादा मुनाफा होगा. अंडरस्टूड? और मुनाफा किस में होता है?
Generic.
जेनेरिक्स में मुनाफा ज्यादा होता है, इसीलिए आपको जेनेरिक की चीज ही बेचेगा. Unless and until you say that please give me Benadryl, he will not give you Benadryl. He will only try to sell his Benadryl and Copdrill, because the Benadryl and Copdrill has more margin, more money for him. He is running his business. He is not doing any kind of charity. So please be aware, being a sensible human being, come out of sugar coated world and try to face real world. Real world में सारे equations money के हिसाब से चलते हैं. So utilize your knowledge to have maximum benefit of yourself. So next one is find IP in this. क्या क्या intellectual property छुपी है इसमें?
Copyright.
First one is copyright, second one is copyright, third one is trademark. Apple का logo that is trademark. Fourth one is Bisleri, that is logo, that is trademark. Fifth one is Coca-Cola trademark and shape of the bottle. Shape of the bottle and the design, and the name Coca-Cola as a trademark. Next one. Next one. Praveen sir, next slide. Which type of now few quizzes for you. Could you answer me which type of IP protect the painting painted by artist? Painting किसके अंदर protect होगी? Artistic work.
Copyrights.
Very good, copyrights. Next. Praveen sir, next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, what is the answer for this?
What protection?
फैशन डिजाइनर ने कोई काम किया तो फैशन डिजाइन किसके अंदर प्रोटेक्ट होगा?
Copyrights.
वेरी गुड, कॉपीराइट्स. नेक्स्ट. नो, डिजाइन्स डिजाइन के अंदर आएगा ना, वो दोनों के अंदर आएगा. कॉपीराइट एंड डिजाइन, मोस्ट ऑफ द वर्क इज डिजाइन, एस्थेटिक लुक.
Artistic.
डिजाइन के अंदर आएगा. नेक्स्ट वन. ओके, नेक्स्ट. इसमें से कौन सा ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन है बताओ?
Nagpur, orange.
वेरी गुड, नागपुर ऑरेंज. नेक्स्ट वन. ट्रेडमार्क किसे प्रोटेक्ट करता है? क्या प्रोटेक्ट करता है ट्रेडमार्क?
Logos. Logo name.
ओके, इन्वेंशन को कौन प्रोटेक्ट करता है?
Patent.
वेरी गुड. वर्क ऑफ आर्ट को कौन पेटेंट करता है? कौन प्रोटेक्ट करता है वर्क ऑफ आर्ट को?
Copyright.
वेरी गुड. एंड सीक्रेट फॉर्मूला?
Trade secret.
परफेक्ट. ट्रेड सीक्रेट उसको प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं. परफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट वन. पेटेंट का कितने साल का उम्र होता है? पेटेंट का
20 years.
ओके, 20 साल के बाद दैट इज ओपन टू ऑल. नेक्स्ट, छोड़ दे इसे. नेक्स्ट. थैंक यू वेरी मच. एनीवन हैज एनी क्वेश्चन, प्लीज आस्क, फील फ्री टू आस्क.
So students, if you have any doubts, you can ask sir. Okay, sir. I think there are no doubts. Everything is clear. And
Yes.
since they have answered the question correctly, all the questions which you have shared, so I
Smart
think
students.
they have
I know.
understood, sir. Yes.
They are the smart students. They understand, and I am confident that next time when we meet, we will talk about the advanced session of IPR. As I had not sent the CV for you. I have not sent a CV for you, but sorry, but I can mention that I have handled more than 1,200 patents regarding the pharmaceuticals and biotechnology. And the advanced things like RNA technology, DNA technology, synthesis of antibodies, various herbal formulation, how to get patent to the herbal formulation. That is my specialization.
Yes,
But
sir.
today,
Yes, sir.
I have not mentioned anything about it. One more thing, one question from particular fellow that one lady Karuna has asked me whether the LLB is essential for the post of examiner. No, LLB is not essential for post of examiner. LLB is not essential. It is
And
not
what will be the required essential post, sir? What
required.
kind of qualifications?
The qualification for being a examiner is MSc in biotechnology or MTech in biotechnology for biotechnology student. For chemistry, MSc in chemistry or BE chemical engineering.
Okay. Okay, sir. So thank you very much for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. So I would like to request host to go ahead with the session.
I request Dr. Rakesh Somani sir to share a few words assisting the students.
Sir is I think sir has left the meeting because he has to attend some other program. So you can proceed with the further things.
Okay, so this is for all students. You can find the form links in the chat box. These are the attendance and the feedback forms for the webinar. So I request you all to fill and submit it. And to conclude, arise, awake, stop not until you reach your goal. With that note, I would like to conclude today's session. And I now request Mr. Ashraf to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much.
Ashraf.
First of all, I'd like to thank our speaker for the webinar today. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us. I extend my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Rakesh Somani, sir, to give us this opportunity. I thank Mr. Praveen Nayak, sir, who guide us at each step. Thank you all the faculty members to always be ready to help us. Special thanks to Mr. Khush Jain. It wouldn't have been possible without you. Thanks, Mr. Yash Kamble and Ms. Komal Gupta, who prepared such an informative video for us. Thank you to all the students who participated and gave the speech. Also, thank you to all the council members who helped in making the event a great success. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ashraf. And once again, thank you to all the participants present here and everyone who interacted. Thank you, everyone.